This podcast is brought to you in part by ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Whether you're buying or selling a home, condo, or any type of property, trust Amanda to help match you with up to 3 top agents in your area. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Hey, all you rock stars from Washington, D.C. This is the Rock on the Money podcast, episode 148. It's time to talk about your saving, investing, and protecting all those hard-earned monies. We are here to coach you along your path to retirement and financial independence. I'm Craig, your certified master financial coach, along with Amanda. She is a corporate in-house lawyer and real estate referral agent, and we're grateful you've joined us. Check us out at facebook.com/rockonthemoney and the website at rockonthemoney.com. Hi, Amanda.
Hey, Craig. How's it going?
How was your Thanksgiving?
Yummy. I love pie. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite holiday of the whole year because there's so much pie.
Where do you make your pies or buy them?
Well, my mom makes pies. So
there you go.
We went to Wisconsin this year. So.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. I bet it was cold.
Yes.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
That's a dumb question. Was it cold in Wisconsin in November?
Yep.
Did you all go out and take the chainsaw and cut a hole in the ice and put a house on it? And wait
No, we were only there for 2 days, but standing in line for Black Friday shopping is very cold.
Nice. All right. We're just doing questions in this episode.
Great.
But what I would like to do for the next couple episodes, I like to go back to basics because we have so many new listeners. I would like to go back to doing the baby steps again. I think because the way everything is post-pandemic kind of gives some different views on different aspects of it. I think you're thinking the same thing. I think things are just a little different, and it'll probably be that way for a long time. So the basics are the same. So the first question, you want to read it?
What did you personally sacrifice to reach your goals? I'm starting out with the baby step, and I'm learning I have to cut things out like mani-pedis, going out to eat, etc. How did you make the sacrifice? What did you do? Probably the most straightforward sacrifice is don't put anything on a credit card.
There you go.
So you don't have to cut everything out if you budget yourself an allowance. Like we give ourselves an allowance every 2 weeks. And if your splurges like mani-pedis or going out fit into that cash allowance, then, by all means go for it. But if it doesn't, you can't do all of the things on the same weekend, right?
Right.
It just doesn't work. If you're doing all things every weekend, then you're not going to ever make any progress towards your goals.
And it really does come down to doing a budget, which everybody hates. Everybody hates doing budgets. And I do have on a list, which I need to share with you, is different videos I'm going to do on our Facebook page. I want to show people how to use our worksheet, how to work a budget. There are certain percentages that are guidelines for how much money can go for food, how much for transportation. And if you plug in your numbers, it will tell you if you're over or under on each one. So then you can manipulate from there. But usually, as you like to say, the glaring leak shows up there. So if the manis, the petties, and all this stuff were showing up under, I don't know what category that was. It was healthcare or health or something like that. You're like, oh, well, I can't be doing that anymore.
Yeah, you have to just look at your spending habits for the last 6 to 12 months. Pull out your bank statements, pull out, anything else that you have. And you're not going to be perfect with budgeting, but having a budget that's not perfect is better than having no budget at all.
Here's something. They also mentioned going out to eat on here. Mm-hmm. Can I throw some at you here real quick? Do you do the grocery shopping?
Yes.
So
for the most part, yes.
I was in the grocery store looking. I'm like, oh my God, I think we've gotten to the part where it might be cheaper to go out and eat.
No, it's not.
Is it okay?
No.
I guess it depends on what you're buying.
We took our daughter to Denny's for breakfast when we went to Orlando. Yeah. And it was almost $50 for breakfast. How did Grand Slams become that expensive?
Grand Slams are $3.99.
No, not anymore, Craig. I thought so too. No,
what is it?
I don't know, closer to $10.
What? No, you're kidding me.
Yeah, so you can't even go. So if you're spending $50 a meal on eating out, that adds up really quick. Or I can make I can make breakfast for everyone at home that's essentially the same thing, eggs, pancakes, bacon or turkey bacon or whatever for probably for 3 people under $5 or $6.
Oh yeah, easy.
So,
wow. I haven't eaten out. Well, I've gotten a sub here or there, but wow.
Yeah, eating out is crazy. We can't get away if it's the 3 of us. Usually it's just the 2 of us, but if it's 3 of us, it's going to be about $50 for a meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's probably about the same.
Wow, inflation's crushes. Well,
yeah, I know I sound like I said, man, I sound old because I'm like, when did it get to be so expensive? And I remember when.
It's called adulting, Amanda. That's what it is.
Like one restaurant, I asked for a side of broccoli. They charged me $5 for a little tiny cup of broccoli.
Oh my God.
I almost lost it.
I can't get over the Grand Slam breakfast is $10. That was $3.99 on TV. Okay, now I'm depressed. All right, question number 2.
So yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice eating out all the time. If that's what you're doing now, you're going to have to learn how to become an Aldi shopper or a Walmart shopper.
I like Aldi, by the way. I'm a fan. Question number 2.
How would you go about explaining to a family member that leasing cars, credit card, oh my gosh, I love this question already. Leasing cars, credit card usage, and the fact that not sticking to a budget is a bad idea. I want him to be financially successful. Oh, and he's not saving for retirement. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
All I have to say is good luck with this.
Yeah, good luck.
So this sounds like a mother concerned
Go ahead,
about a
Mom.
child.
You're the queen of budgeting. Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. All you can do is provide information, and that's really all you can do. And so you can sit down and show the math on leasing. You can sit down and, discuss credit card usage, have some examples and show what it does to other people's lives, sticking to a budget. For me, I just, you have to discuss what you went through and remind the child, that they were probably there when you were struggling, right?
Right.
And lived through that. So it's hard, though. You really can't change another person, but you can give them information and they have to make their own decision.
You're literally battling Madison Avenue and the advertising out there because all they see are these flashy truck commercials. Every football game, like you watch Green Bay religiously. Yeah. So you see these truck commercials. There's like 10 of them every break that they go through. And they're all leases. And the reason they push leases is because they make the most money on leases.
Right.
And people want to get the flashy, what's that stupid, I'm again on my soapbox. The one car commercial that drives me nuts, I won't say the brand, but at what point in America did the tailgate of a pickup truck become such a sales item? Because who cares about anything about this truck? But hey, I have a tailgate that does this, and it's my home office. Are you kidding me? Yeah,
I know. I think they're ridiculous too.
You're battling advertisers that pay billions of dollars in research in how to get people's minds. You literally have to retrain their brain and to tell them this is wrong, and that's difficult. It's not easy. But the fact they're not saving for retirement, they just think this is normal. What did we say in the last episode? Half of Americans expect to retire in debt.
In debt.
How about we take a break and ponder the tailgates of pickup trucks? We'll be back right after this. Listen to Rock on Money.
Hey there, rock stars. Amanda here with ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Are you about to sell your home or excited to buy your first or next home? I'll be honored to help you find an expert to work with you in your local area. At ChoiceRealtyConnect.com, I'll help match you with up to 3 qualified licensed agents that specialize in your specific market. Choice Realty Connect serves every zip code in all 50 states with a network of 15,000 top-rated agents that are ranked within the top 5% for sales. Whether you're selling or looking for a condo, new construction, retreat, vacation property, or you're a first-time home buyer, let me connect you with the perfect top agent today. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. The choice is yours.
Amanda Braun is a Florida licensed real estate with a brokerage, Realty Connect.
Rockland, USA.
everybody. Welcome back to Rock on Money Podcast. Check us out at facebook.com/Rock on the Money. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers on there as quickly as possible. I need 5,000 more followers. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'll figure it out. We got a lot of great things that we got planned coming up. I'm excited for 2022. And we're going to try and keep you, Queen, around for this.
All right.
Yes. Zuckerberg has promised us a lot. We're going to see if it actually works. Facebook,
Okay.
if people don't realize, Facebook is on this big kick about creators in 2022 as they do this meta thing. For podcasting, Facebook didn't really have a place for us, but now we can post podcasts on Facebook. We can do live streams, stuff like that, and they're going to be promoting us. So we did apply.
Nice.
We got invited to be part of their, what they call it was Meta something, Meta Creator Program. So we got invited. So I did the thing. I applied. I sent it to you. I'm like, look at this. So
Yeah, it
hopefully
says
we get approved for that.
Meta for creators. Yeah.
Meta for creators. There you go. So we'll, it will be good for you guys because it gives you a lot more content. We'll have more interaction. And I know Amanda can't. She's actually has a day job, but I plan on doing a lot more live streams on our Facebook page and also audio rooms where we'll just have an audio. I think some places call it a stage or I don't know, different things where, I'm on there facilitating, but people can talk and take turns discussing and we can have open discussions and it works on your phone or wherever. If you're in your computer or something like that, you're getting bored at work and maybe in there in the middle of the daytime. So a lot of neat things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Guys, just so you know, because we teach the basics of financial literacy, we really don't get in that crypto thing because that comes later. We're not against it, but you need to be out of debt. You have to have your emergency fund. You got to start doing your 401k and all that stuff. And then after you do all of that, if you want to take part of your investing into that realm, that's fine. I'm not against that. I'm not. But what we teach is financial literacy. That is not what you do while you're in debt. We got to get this house cleaned up before we can do something more advanced like that. You got to get the basics done. Did I explain that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, great. Question number 3. How many times a year, Amanda, do you check your 401k and or IRAs?
Is this a trick question?
Well, I have 2 answers for me. I want you to say what you do. And I will honestly say what I do. Because I'm funny. I'm funny with this answer.
So I check on it probably at least once a week, maybe more. I don't make changes to it though, more than once or twice a year.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Like I like to kind of, just see what's happening, but I don't, regardless of what happens, even if things shoot up or they shoot down, which sucks. I don't do anything based on that information because I feel confident that where I have the money, it's good for the long term. I'm not a day trader. We don't encourage day trading, with your retirement funds.
Absolutely.
So I keep an eye on it pretty frequently, sometimes every day, sometimes multiple times a day, sometimes not for a week, just to check the balance because it's fun to watch. But I don't take any action based on that except maybe once or twice a year.
I haven't made any changes to any of my mutual fund selections in any of my retirement plans in years. Years. Because they are still consistently winners in good times and bad times because I picked the right ones in the beginning.
Right.
And over time, I know based on historical 10, 20, 50 years, they've always won. There's no reason to think that the management company will suddenly be awful. But here's when I check mine. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm weird. If I'm winning, like we're getting surges, that stock market keeps, I love looking at it. I'm like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, go. But then whenever there's like a crash, like a couple years ago, I remember in December, it was a big correction. I didn't look at that sucker for a month. I'm like, oh, well. So
well, that's true. Because remember this year in March, we had a big correction.
Oh, yeah. So
and I didn't want to look at it then either. But yes, when it's going well, I want to look all the time.
but did you change anything?
No.
Mm-mm. All right. I just like looking at the number going up. But when it starts going red, I'm like, now I want to look at it. I'm like, well, that was fun. Now I'm going to go look at something else. Then eventually I'll come back a month or two later. I'm like, oh, everything's coming right back again. And then it's fun to watch it go up. So yeah, I look at it. But if I get spooked, I never changed is the key though.
Exactly.
I never changed. Based on your personality, psychological profile, whatever you want to say, some people will panic when they start seeing red. And that's where mistakes occur. If you get spooked by red, don't look at it. Just let it do it, because the worst thing you do is to time the market. Because as soon as you change it, sure enough, that sucker's going to come back, and then you missed out on the rebound. Yeah. Because over time, Amanda, what has the stock market always done? Even though I know you're a lawyer, what has the stock market always done over time? It's always going up. Leave it alone. If you do the correct selections, like Amanda said and I said, you shouldn't have to do anything to worry about. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Question 4. I have a 401k from an old employer. I was just wondering, does it make more sense to move it to a Roth IRA or to roll it into my current employer's 401k? For details, the 401k has 6 figures in it, not currently getting any funds to it, so they're not making any additional contributions. Both accounts are with Fidelity. Appreciate any advice.
Good choice on Fidelity.
Yep. So I guess here it depends. So the simplest thing to do is to roll it into your current 401k, like for like. If you're moving it to a Roth IRA, then keep in mind you're going to have to pay income tax on all of the gains during this rollover.
Right.
So that could be a pretty, if you're talking 6 figures, like you mentioned, that could be a really big tax bill all at once. Or you can work with your tax advisor and figure out, does it make sense to split the rollover into multiple tax years? So you're making it, you're spreading it across tax years, or do you just roll it in like for like and deal with the taxes at the end, which wouldn't change your tax situation that you have now? There
you go. You definitely don't want to leave 401ks behind.
Don't leave it. Do one of the two, but don't leave it.
Yeah. A big mistake people do is they leave them alone. They forget about them. And if you're with smaller companies, typically those 401k plans are not as good as bigger companies. So the bigger the company, the better the 401ks typically are. Your selections are better. The fees and everything associated with the management of the 401k are less expensive. You never want to leave anything behind. Always roll it somewhere, whether it's to Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard, our 3 preferred low-cost providers, which we do not get anything from them to recommend them. They are the low-cost providers. Get everything parked in one of those as you transition. I know a lot of people change jobs all the time. Or get it over with your current employer. I like clean houses. Clean and simple. Get everything, as simplified as possible. I love it, Amanda.
All right.
You can find Amanda on Instagram and Twitter at Agile Amanda. And you can find me on all of your favorite social media platforms at Rockland USA. Don't forget to check out the website and subscribe to the podcast. All the links are right there on the front page, rockonthemoney.com. Please subscribe and leave comments to our podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, or even your favorite app that you got right there on your phone. Those help us out a lot. If you're ever looking for a specific topic or content that we've produced over time, just go to the website and in the search bar, just type in your topic, be it 401k, stimulus check, or anything, and everything comes right up for you. We have so much gratitude that you've taken the time out of your day to listen to our podcast while you're walking, driving, traveling, or whatever you're doing. Please send us an email. Let us know how you're doing out there.
Podcast at rocklandusa.com. Affiliates or advertisers. Investments or strategies mentioned in the show may not be suitable for you. Before acting on any information in the show, you should consider whether it is suitable for your particular circumstances and strongly consider seeking advice from your own financial or investment advisor.